Some interesting things about famous logos. Android graphic designer Irina Block and her team were given the task of creating a logo that would include a robot and be easily recognized. Funny as it seems, the inspiration came from the symbols we usually see on the doors of public bathrooms. BMW. Rumor has it that the BMW logo symbolizes an airplane propeller, and even some company employees share this opinion. However, it's all much simpler. The blue and white were chosen to represent the colors of Bavaria. Apple. Legend has it that the Apple logo was dedicated to Alan Turing, who ended his life by biting into a poisoned apple. In fact, it's all much simpler. Designer Rob Jaroff says he made the bitten apple to show its dimensions because a whole apple can be easily confused with any other round fruit. Starbucks. Few know about it, but the Starbucks logo is a mermaid holding two of her tail fins. This emblem was inspired by the myth of the fairy Melusine, a woman fish with two tails who married a mortal man. In 1971, the whole picture of the mermaid could be seen on coffee cups, but later it was censored. Ferrari. Many think that the Ferrari logo symbolizes horsepower, but that's not true. In his biography, Enzo Ferrari mentions that the horse silhouette was initially painted on the plane of Italian ace pilot Francesco Baracca. The emblem was given to Enzo by Francesco's mother after his victory in a race, and later it became the well-known symbol. Wikipedia. It's not surprising that the worldwide encyclopedia's emblem is Earth. The puzzle pieces it consists of are a symbol of multilingualism, so each is labeled with letters of different languages. Taken together, they make the word Wikipedia, while the missing pieces indicate that the encyclopedia isn't finished and is constantly being updated. The Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer lion. That's definitely not how Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer made their famous roaring lion logo. When viewing the mascot of MGM Studios since 1917, few know that there have actually been 7 different lions used for this purpose. They were properly tamed and trained to roar on cue. As for the picture currently roaming the web, it's just a fake, of course. The lion on it is preparing for an MRI scan. Don't believe it if you see it anywhere. Nike. One of the most recognizable logos in the world is actually one of the cheapest ones. It costs just $35. That's how much Phil Knight, the owner of the company, paid student Carolyn Davidson for her work in 1971, and he wasn't even happy with the result at first. He turned out to be wrong. The swoosh emblem became amazingly successful, and it's no surprise that it's so often associated with a wing of Nike, the goddess of victory. McDonald's. In 1962, McDonald's hired psychologist Louis Chiskin. He suggested replacing the Speedy the Cook logo with golden arches making an M. His thinking was that such a shape resembles female breasts, which subconsciously arouses appetite and reminds people of their happy childhood. It's worth mentioning, though, that Chiskin didn't invent these arches himself, and they were present in the restaurants since the 1950s. Uber has recently changed its logo from a U to something remotely like bits of information or atoms. The company states that the new logo represents their cars that can be found anywhere, just like bits or atoms.